Well, I got introduced to the X39 through Dr. Dana Zappala and Marcy Preble. And it was in June of 2020. So right in the middle of COVID. And basically Dana sent me the patches and I set them down and didn't really think much about it. And one day I put them on and the first thing I noticed was my sleep. But let me back up. Let me explain to you. I'm a flight attendant with American. I've been with them for 32 years almost. And so I have a few different, issues from being on the line for so long. I had neuropathy in my right leg. I did a lot of all-nighters. So, every now and then most of the time I would wake up in the middle of the night and things like that. So I had a few different issues, feet pain. The first thing I noticed with the X39 was my sleep was like totally different. I went into a deep state of sleep. I started remembering my dreams. And I couldn't believe I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Then my skin was super soft and I noticed change in my skin. And the big thing was neuropathy. My neuropathy was completely gone within, I'd say about 2 weeks. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm sold on this. What's going on? And after that, I think it was probably a few weeks after that, I had what you call a mental detox. I had no idea what was going on. Marcy explained it to me. I was full of tears. All this stuff came up that, from TMI, but from my divorce, all this stuff. And I just started dealing with everything. And she said, you're probably going to have like a feeling of euphoria in a few weeks. Sure enough, my fight or flight mode was gone. I had no anxiety. My neuropathy was gone. I slept like a baby. And then as I kept wearing it, I noticed that I had no feet pain anymore. So I started wearing my pumps again through the terminal and on the airplane. Of course, we've switched to flats, but all these things happened to me. And I'm thinking, this is insane, all from this little bitty patch. So yeah, that's the main things right there, Miss Kathleen.
Probably had actually disrupted sleep because you're a flight attendant and you're always on different time zones. And so you didn't have that rhythm going on.
Yeah. I mean, I could always fall asleep, but often I would wake up. And this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I slept 8 hours or I slept 7 hours. And it was just unbelievable sleep. And I even had that dream that I was flying. I don't know if you ever had that dream when you were little or not, but where you flew. I'm like, okay, what is happening? I'm 14 again.
Right.
But if I look at pictures, okay, so it's been it's 2.5 years now. I can see a huge difference in the way I look. I'm 60 years old. Sure, look at this for this. I'm 60 years old.
Wow.
And I can see a huge difference in appearance just from wearing the X39. So I'm so excited. To this day, I share it whenever I can. Love to help people, see what it does for everybody. Everyone's different, of course. But for me, that's it. That's the main thing. I want to add this, and I'm totally candid with people. I was bad and I gave all my patches out and I was busy, didn't reorder. And I started noticing my neuropathy came back about 5.5, 6 weeks. So my GHK copper peptide was lowering. And that was right when I went to the Orlando convention. I'm like, somebody patch me. Yes. And sure enough, that night, I'm like, you guys, my neuropathy's gone. It's gone. So that was kind of a self-test for me. I know I'm probably what you call it, throwing up, over speaking right now, but it definitely raised that peptide up and worked for me. And I don't want to live without it now. Absolutely.